This week, I'm on Facebook, and a friend of mine shared a video about capitalism, about growth and life. The video argues that as a society, we've only been given this one option, capitalism. And it paints it in a pretty negative light, arguing that capitalism requires the exploitation of resources, of the planet, for growth. They say that capitalism requires infinite resources from our finite planet, and they say that the system will break down. I bring up this video and the story for a couple of reasons. First, to make a brief defense of capitalism, and to talk about how it relates to your retirement. Capitalism is the reason many of us have such strong 401k retirement savings, as some of the biggest and best companies in the world have created value. Capitalist companies like Google or Facebook haven't exploited our natural resources to create products. They harness human ingenuity and creativity to create virtual products and services. Human capability is not finite, and our economy is becoming more and more dependent on the service sectors for growth, not on mineral exploitation. Think about the National Football League or other major league sports. How much money changes hands for tickets and shirts and gambling? As athletes make more, they spend more. As they spend more, it means more jobs and more services needed. Capitalism is not a zero-sum game. For you to make more, someone has to make less. That's not the case. Capitalism is about trade. It's about getting you motivated to do something and to produce something. Not necessarily something physical, but produce a video, a game, a blog, art, an idea. That is the new currency in this digital world. By the way, regarding resources being finite, people have been warning about there being too many people on this planet for hundreds and hundreds of years, and they've been wrong repeatedly, as human ingenuity has found a way to house and feed and clothe more people than anyone ever thought possible. Have you ever flown across the US and looked out the window at the vastness across the Pacific Ocean and realized how big of a planet we live on? Should we be responsible in managing resources? Yes. Be better to the earth? Absolutely. But make no mistake, there is plenty of room. If you live in LA or Orange County, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of space. But I think there is. There's lots of it. But we're limited by our imagination. There's plenty of room. In the sky, in the air, build up. There's plenty of room in the sea and the desert, and transportation innovations will shorten the distances. Capitalism is not subject to finite resources, and neither is your retirement. Sure, your Social Security is a fixed number. Your pension, even your investments, there's limits to growth and income that can be provided. But retirement is not about numbers. It's about living the life that you want, vacationing when you want and where you want. It's about getting value out of each day. It's about having the time to see more sunsets, about having the time for movie night with your granddaughter every week. Do not be limited by the finite resources of your retirement. Focus on the infinite qualities of your creativity and ingenuity. Maybe you can't afford a family vacation in Europe, but you can rent a beach house for the whole family in off-peak time like November. Maybe you can't afford a first-class trip to New Zealand, but you can make it to your grandson's baseball game once a week. Maybe you can't buy a second home in Mammoth, but you can see your daughter every Sunday night for dinner. When you think about retirement, having a plan to deal with your resources is important. But often the people living the happiest retirement lives, it's not about that. It's about so much more. Trying something new. Try a new hobby. Take a spin class or a college class. Learn a language. Make a new friend. Host a dinner party. Don't focus on the finite. Love, happiness, adventure, creativity. Those are human capabilities that are not limited. Embrace them. Remember, you can listen to full episodes at our website, retireewo.com. You can also listen on Facebook, iTunes, or Google Play. And if you like our content, please share it, spread the word, and show everybody else how you can retire with your eyes wide open.